Hello everybody and welcome back to the art section of our channel. It is nearly Christmas, so I've stuck on a Christmas hat, and today we're going to kick off our Christmas crafts with our massive snowflakes. These are massive paper snowflakes, and you can see they're made up of 6 different sections that give us these massive cool design. There's a wee spin of that there. I'm going to show you how to make one of these little sections, and then we'll multiply it up to have all 6 and create our full shape. To get started, what we're going to need is some materials. So we're going to need some paper. I'm going to go with some red and green because they're my festive colours. You can go with white, they look very cool as well. Or you could just do a whole range of colours, whatever you have handy. We're going to need some glue. I'm going to use a Pritt stick today and a pair of scissors. If you also have some cell tape, it'll work, or whatever you need just to stick the 2 items together. We're going to start off with our green piece of paper. And we need to turn this rectangle into a square. If you follow along the channel, you know there's a simple, easy way to do that. It's by folding one corner all the way up to the other end, or the other edge. If I put a crease into that, and then I can cut off this little bit that is extra. There we go. And once I open this up, it should show a square. Aha! Now we're going to leave it nice and closed because that is our first step in actually making it. Once we've got our square, we need to turn it first into a triangle, then again into a triangle, and a smaller triangle by just folding over and creasing. We have our little right angle triangle now. Now if I open up this triangle, it's still a square with our little creases down it. But what we want to do is open it up slightly and hold it in our hand. Now I'm going to show it so both cameras can see it. I'm holding it so that the fold that only has one fold at the bottom. And I always say when I'm teaching the kids is hold it like it's a little bird, so that I'm holding it at the back. This would be its 2 wings, and this would be its little beak or little head. Now with the little head facing forward, I want to hold it so that 1 folds at the bottom and the 2 folds are at the back where my hands are. If I set that down on the table and flatten it again, so 1 fold is facing towards me and the 2 folds are facing towards my left hand side. I'm going to cut this 3 times. I'm going to show you where I'm going to cut by marking out with a little Sharpie. So starting at the 1 fold at the bottom, I'm going to run in the same direction as the longest edge. So I would be cutting along this area all the way up to around about ½ a centimetre towards the opposite edge. Going to go again, spacing out roughly in the middle, and again following the same direction as the other line, in line with our longest edge. And our third cut is going to be a smaller line going all the way up, starting from the bottom, going towards the double folded edge. Now, if I get my pair of scissors and I cut along these lines, you do not have to draw the lines, you can go straight into cutting, but I find it easy to draw them, especially if it's my first time doing it, or your first time doing it. So once you've done your 3 cuts, remember they haven't went all the way to the edge, so this is 1 piece of paper still. I'm going to open this up, and you'll see the final result. So once it's opened up, and I'll hold it like a little diamond or a little square, just turn it around some more of like a diamond shape, you'll see that we have now 3 cuts on this side and 3 cuts on that side, because the paper, when it's unfolded, comes into 6. Now we want to fold each of these sections and stick them together. So if I start with my 2 smaller sections, I'm going to fold these over and I will be gluing them into place just like this. If I turn it so our camera can see, to create a little tube just down the middle. So if I get a bit of glue, and I'm going to use plenty of glue, and I'm going to fold this over, I can put my finger in the middle just to keep it in the shape, and I'm going to stick it together. Next, what I want to do is I want to turn it over, so this little circle, or this little tube is facing up, I'm going to turn it so it's facing down, and I'm going to do the same thing with the next 2 cuts. So I'm going to put a bit of glue here. Oh no, making it a mess. And I'm going to curve these over and stick that together. If I turn this over, you should be able to see we have one on that side and a large one this side. So I'm going to flip it over so this is at the bottom now. And I'm going to do the same thing. And and gluing. And one more swap, so turning it back over and gluing it again. And now I have got one section of my icicle. You can see each of the little areas that we've stuck together going opposite sides every time. And this is what one of your little icicles should look like. So we'll do that again. So if I'll set this one just on top of my green, we'll do it with a red just to show you a second time. Let's pause this and run back anytime you need to if I was going too fast for you. Once you understand how to do one of them, it's a lot easier. So if I go starting with my rectangle piece of paper, I need to turn it into a square. So grab one of the corners all the way up to the top edge. So it goes all the way along. Creasing that, we're going to cut off this little extra that we've created. And I've knocked the glue over. To create a triangle, when I open it up you can see our square. I'm going to fold this over. You should have one side that has one fold when you keep it as a triangle, one side that has one edge that has two folds, and one that has none. So we're going to hold it like a little bird, like we always talk about, so that the wings are spread out slightly, and the edge, the one folded edge is at the bottom, the two folds edge is at the back, and then the zero folds is facing forward with our little beak. So we're going to set it down the table so that the one folded edge is facing me, and the two folded edge is to my left side. I'm going to draw again for you guys our three lines. So we cut starting from our one fold, going all the way up to about just about there, just towards the end, going along the same direction as our longest edge. I'm going to do a second cut and a third cut.